On this week's show, it was midweek on the mountain for Liberty football, and we bring you the underdog story of Flames linebacker Joe Carter.
Plus, see how Liberty soccer has helped to uplift the spirits of a young boy in the fight of his life. That's all coming up on this Flames Central. Midweek madness on the gridiron will go in the fire and much more. Welcome to Flame Central. I'm Emily. He's Matt. And Matt, I know we say this all the time, but I really mean it this time. We have a full show ahead.
We sure do. We have an incredible story coming from the soccer pitch in just a bit. But first, midweek on the mountain continues for Liberty football.
That's right. The Flames look to bounce back from last week's loss and to keep their 12-game home winning streak alive. Spoiler alert, the ground game was the secret to success in this one, and the Flames went to it early, taking the lead first with a 25-yard rushing touchdown by your boy Blue. Von Blue and Liberty up 7-0. However, 13 seconds later, Trey Stewart would one-up the Flames. Handoff, space, touchdown. He gone, 75 yards. LU could not tackle this guy. Stewart tallied 190 yards on the ground and 2 scores in the first half alone. It was all knotted up at the half, but let's take it to the final frame. Liberty down 3, 4th and 1 on the Jack State 17. Salter under center, miscommunication, the ball is snapped, it's mishandled, turnover on downs. Liberty D gets a huge stop, so it's Salter's time to shine, but Jack State, Jameer Latimer had other plans with this interception, and guess who punches it in? Yep, Stewart with his 4th TD on the night. That's all she wrote. Liberty falls to 3-2 in CUSA play. Coach Chadwell, what did you tell your team after the game?
Our effort tonight, the way we played, we didn't play clean, but our effort is the type of effort that's expected from our program and what Liberty expects. And we played more together tonight than probably we have all season long. And it was in a loss, but I'm proud of the way they responded to last week. We're heading in a good direction. I know it's hard to say after 2 losses in a row, but if we can bottle the way we played tonight as far as the effort and the mindset, then we got some better days ahead of us.
Well, you see the players, you see the coaches, but it's this guy, Chad Scott, and the strength staff that does so much behind the scenes to get the Flames ready for game day. And we spent the week with them in the lead up to their battle with Jacksonville State. It's in the fire. Take a look.
You get to the point sometimes where you don't know what day it is. Kind of just used to the fact that October is just going to be an odd month.
All right. You get ready to go to work? Are you? There's families that, work a 9 to 5 and then they have a family dinner every night, and that's their kind of time to connect, whereas that's not the case with us. And then, getting in the car together, we take those times as kind of like our family time. So everything moves fast today. And we want a lot of speed and get the guys primed up for what's getting ready to happen on Wednesday. All righty, honey. Here we are. It's go time. Skill on this side, big middle skill. Skill over here, skill over here, skill over here.
We're going to be consistent. We're going to be the same people that we always are, whether we win or whether we lose. We're going to be 10 out of 10 times. We're going to be high energy, and we're going to learn from what got us to that point, right? But we're going to keep moving forward.
Good, bring those hips through, good, nice job. Let's see it, let's see it, let's see it.
Adrian's energy obviously is unmatched.
In the green, in the green, in the green. There you go, good. Yep. Good.
He just has a fire in him to be a strength coach.
When you're with guys every day, we're trying to bring the best out of them. Every day, I think it's a battle of wills. Really, I think that's why I like being a strength coach is they don't want to do what we ask them to do every day. I mean, it's hard, we're coming in and we're asking a lot of them all year long. We get them twice a week, and that's all you get. So you got to make the most out of it.
I love college football. The atmosphere of it, I love watching the guys, stretching the guys, getting them prepared for it.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 40-yard line, drop, clap, take a peek. Ready!
Pre-game, that's really when we're rocking and rolling. Once the game starts, it's kind of out of our hands.
Christian Greger, let's go, man! Dick, strap some up today, let's go. Hey, get it in tight. Your back's against the wall. We've been doing it since January. We've been having hard since January. We've been having hard since Flames quarter. Y'all are ready for it. Stand up and fight. We will. We will. We will. Strike
1-2, 1-2.
Midweek on the Mount from Williams Stadium in Lynchburg, Virginia.
Time's down, let's go. Time's down, baby.
Again, two backs. Option toss, ball blue on the edge. Blocker ahead. Blue cuts inside the 5. Touchdown, Liberty. An opening statement.
Let's go! That's what I'm talking about, let's go! Come on, baby!
They feed Stewart again, and he'll slip a tackle. Ball comes out at the 24. It looks like the Flames have popped on it, and they have. Coming out of the pile, Dexter Ricks Jr.
Dex, come on, baby! Come on, baby! Come on, baby! Put it on, Dex! Put it on, baby! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go, baby! Grind them down, oh! They're tired up front! Feed them! Touchdown! Let's go! Let's go! All night, oh! All night!
Billy Lucas in the backfield for 2nd and goal. Salter on the roll. Wide open touchdown. Liberty. Jacob Jenkins. First touchdown as a Liberty Flame for Jacob Jenkins. 441 rushing yards in the last 2 games for Stewart. He gets it on 2nd and goal, and he is in. Makes it a 2-score game.
Success is just, did the guys play their hardest, man? Obviously, you want to run fast, jump high, hit really hard, but did we leave it out there on the field? Did we sell out for the guy beside us?
Thanks to our Donald Scott for another great In the Fire. Well, for a coach, there's certain qualities you want in a player. Respectful, determined, selfless. Team captain Joe Carter is all of that and more. But the linebacker's story to get to that level of leadership took hard work and dedication from him and his family.
3rd and 12. Flames rush forward. Late blitz on the way.
Liberty linebacker Joe Carter is quickly becoming a menace on defense.
Joe Carter going down the line of scrimmage to make the stop.
I was taught to do what you're asked to do. So whatever the coaches ask me to do, I just make sure I do it to the best of my ability.
And Joe has his parents, Michael and Patricia, to thank for instilling that personality trait in him.
Yeah, he was well-mannered, you know. We didn't have no issues with him. Yeah. It was always yes, sir, yes, ma'am with him. You know, he was a great kid. He was a great kid.
But it's not just good manners that have led to Joe's success on the field.
Joseph Carter once again on the stop.
It's been through dedicated hard work that first began when he was just 6 years old.
I think he fell in love with the sport when his older brothers were playing football. When we would get to the football field, he would just run around the football field, run around it, run up and down it, run around it. He would run and play on the football field till he exhausted.
In high school, Joe would excel in 2 sports, but believed only one would get him to the next level.
The plan was to go to college for free, so football is a little bit easier for my height than basketball would have been. So when I got to high school, I was like, all right, back up a little bit off basketball and focus a little bit more on football.
In January of 2021, Joe's dream of playing college football was starting to become a reality. He would commit to play at the Army Academy, but when COVID happened, those plans would fall through.
My mama just sat me down and was like, trust the Lord and trust everything that he has for you, and no matter what decision you make, like, we got you, we're gonna make sure it happen.
Joe would then reach back out to the first program that showed interest in him as a player, and the only school he had visited, Liberty, and would join the team as a walk-on.
Nice to see y'all. My parents didn't see nothing. They didn't really know none of the coaches. They didn't have no real feeling on the actual place. But because I said I do want to go there, and it is a Christian school, that was like, all right, they kind of know who I am as a person and know like I'm gonna make the best of wherever I go.
Even if he wasn't on scholarship, you know, as parents, you know, we were going to do whatever we need to do. So we wanted to make sure, you know, all of our kids succeed, no matter what it takes.
The Carter family would formulate a plan to help pay for Joe's college education, and it would begin with both Patricia and Joe taking second jobs.
We both worked 2 jobs that whole summer so that we could pay for the first semester. And then once I got here, they kept paying me through.
I had to use some of my retirement out of my 401k, you know, to get the first couple of years in.
But in August of 2023, that would all change for the Carter family because head coach Jamie Chadwell would offer Joe a full scholarship.
If I hear them tearing up, I'm trying not to tear up myself. I'm like, dang, I love y'all boys and thank y'all. I was very thankful with the staff coming in and just taking that weight off of my father and my parents.
Oh, man. I was at work and he called it and told me that. I was like, oh, man, I'm gonna burst out into tears. I was so happy. That's a moment in life that you don't forget, you know what I mean? So it was wonderful.
I told him that was a God thing. That was between you and God. Because in the word of God said, let me prove myself to you. And that's what he did for my son.
He never gave up, you know. He knew what he wanted to do. He stayed with it, stayed in his faith, and everything through God's will is working out for him. About to go? Okay, hold that right there, hold that right there.
It just made me grateful, but I was like, all right, now I gotta switch my mindset to now I gotta do more, help the team out in any way I can.
Just one season after receiving his scholarship, this soft-spoken, hard-working, well-mannered gentleman would tackle those new leadership roles and earn the title team captain.
He was already a nice young man, but mentally, the last couple of years, I mean, he's jumped leaps and bounds, you know. I mean, it's just so proud, you know what I mean? I'm just so proud of him.
Smith, he'll rumble down the far sideline. Joe Carter again on the stops.
It's wonderful to see, you know, where he is at this point. That's wonderful.
Joseph Carter in on the tackle.
All things are possible to him that believe, but faith without works is dead, being alone. So you have to put in the work and keep continuing to trust in God, do your part, and God is faithful.
Thanks to John Pratt for producing that piece. All right, turning to the NFL now. If I asked you which quarterback leads the league in passer rating, minimum 30 pass attempts, you would say? Would you say former Liberty Flame Malik Willis? Because you'd be right. Willis was incredible on Sunday, coming off the bench for an injured Jordan Love and leading the Packers to a last-second win over the Jags. Malik continues to be one of the great stories in the NFL this season. All right, we step aside, but when we return, the powerful story of a child's battle with cancer and how Liberty Soccer has come alongside him.
Plus, Rhett joins us to name his Athletes of the Week. That's when Flames Central returns.
Challenges, they're nothing new. At Liberty, we know they make you stronger, force you to learn, adapt, to overcome. When your next challenge comes, be ready. Meet it with a degree that propels you forward. We've helped champions like you succeed for 35 years and counting. And now, over 100,000 students are getting stronger every day. At Liberty University, challenges make champions. Let's overcome together.
Does education mean a room with 4 walls, a desk, and a PowerPoint lecture?
Or is it something bigger?
What if it's the people beside you, 1 chair away or 1 ocean away?
What if it's the chance to learn from your mistakes, as well as your victories?
And the push to keep going either way.
What if it's the freedom to reach for bigger things without missing the little ones in between?
For each of us, education looks a bit different.
Because we're each a bit different.
But at Liberty, we think education might just mean something big enough for all of us. That's Liberty to us.
What will Liberty be to you?
Welcome back to Flame Central. We often hear athletes talk about using their sport as a platform to do good. And that's exactly what Liberty men's soccer is doing this season. They have welcomed in a new member of the team, Levi Keller. He's a young boy who is fighting for his life, but he's also living it to the fullest with his new friends and teammates. Playing soccer is one of the favorite activities of Levi Keller, a 5-year-old boy from Virginia whose life has been anything but normal since he was diagnosed with a rare form of cancer.
He was 2.5 when we noticed his left eye was starting to protrude out a little bit. Quickly thereafter, within the next few days, we had biopsies done, and I think we spent, 2 weeks at the hospital the first time, and then came home for a couple of weeks while they were trying to put together a plan to go about treating it.
Levi was diagnosed with a rare type of tumor that affects children and adolescents, and unfortunately, they weren't able to do surgery to remove it.
His tumor is inoperable because of where it's at. And the ideal situation would have been surgery and chemo and radiation all together, but he was only able to do chemo and radiation. And we have currently been to, we've consulted 4 or 5 different hospitals across the country, just trying to find anything, any trials, any other procedures that may be, something that could give him a chance, offer some hope. The concern is that because we're only doing chemotherapy, that eventually he would become either too toxic to continue, or resistant to the chemo. So here we are again on our knees, praying. But I will tell you, to be 5 years old, that little boy has faith. That inspires me. The other day, I started counting. I think he told me 10 times that he loved Jesus. I was like, I'm gonna count this today. But watching his relationship with the Lord grow, and he is, there will be times when things are hard, and he'll say, Mama, we need to pray right now. And then sometimes he'll ask, do you think anyone's praying for me right now? And I assure him that, of course, somebody is praying for him right now.
Currently, he goes for chemo a week at a time. And those weeks are tough. Like, on him, he can be nauseous, and that wears him down a little bit, but he quickly bounces back.
Cancer hasn't stopped Levi from enjoying his favorite sport or from joining a new team, the Liberty Flames.
Levi has
brought something unique to our team, perspective, as well as, you know, just not every day that you get to have a 5-year-old in the locker room.
Team Impact is an organization that matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams to create a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. And when they contacted Liberty about Levi, the Flames welcomed him with open arms.
Levi is a 5-year-old energy ball. It's the best way to describe him. 5-year-old kid who is just full of adventure, energy, enthusiasm. He has a unique form of cancer behind his eye, which has just greatly weighed him down and his family down. But it doesn't stop him from being all that God created him to be, which is just the most adventurous, joyful, young little boy I honestly have ever met in my whole entire life.
When Levi's around the group, there is this overwhelming sense of joy that I think he brings. I think our guys do a really good job of making him smile, but I think his smile and his attitude is contagious.
It's been a blessing.
They've made him a part of the team.
Yeah,
and he feels like he's a part of the team.
And he tells people that. And they gave him a shirt. It says like Liberty University Soccer, and they gave him some blue socks with a cross on it. And he wore those into the oncology clinic the other day. And he was like, I've got my cross socks on, just like my soccer team. I'm on the soccer team, and people are going to know I love Jesus, you know? So he was showing everybody his blue socks.
The team has helped him through some of his tough times too, like being in oncology, and they have been able to video chat with him during that time and really lighten the mood and make things a lot easier.
Levi, what up, dude? I was just sitting here thinking.
And in many ways, Levi has inspired the Flames just as much as they've hoped to inspire him.
My experience with him has opened my eyes to seeing God's hand in the struggle, seeing how he is strong in our weaknesses, being able to just spend time with him and see how he is still just covered in so much joy despite what's impairing him. It has impacted me way more than I have impacted him. Levi has just come in being a pure young boy that he is. And that purity has really opened the eyes of this whole entire team to think, wow, like it is so much bigger than us. It is so much bigger than this sport. This life is so much bigger than what happens on the field, that when Levi comes in, it's really just showed us there's something more than just the sport. To see that we have influenced Levi shows that this school, the coaching staff, and all the players know what we are here to do, and that is to shed the love of Christ wherever. And soccer is just a means to do that. And so to know that we've impacted Levi is to think, wow, like we are doing what God has called us to do. We are maximizing the gifts he has given us and returning them to him in whatever fold that looks like.
This has helped us to certainly grow closer to God, and you know, no matter the outcome, we know that God's got his arms wrapped around that little boy. God loves him, and he loves God, and he's going to be okay. We have that hope, you know.
We keep praying for an earthside miracle.
We do.
And we're not giving up hope or prayer. I think one of the things that this season has reminded us is our children are not ours. They're God's, and He blessed us with them to steward them. So you have to hold them with open hands back to the Lord. And we pray often that we get to see His children's children. That would be such a blessing. But His will be done.
What a powerful story. Thanks to Helmut Montoya for producing that. Thanks to Liberty Men's Soccer for all they're doing for that young man. All right, Rhett McGibbon's here. You know what that means. Time for Warm, Hot, and Fuego. Top player moment from the past week in Liberty Athletics. We're going turbo speed this week, Rhett.
Quick.
Let's start with Warm. What do you got?
All right, Warm here. We're talking Liberty swimming, okay? If it had to deal with the number 200, the Lady Flames were rocking it this past week. In the 200 backstroke, swept the podium. Francis, Strickland, and Jones all getting it done. 1, 2, 3. 200 breaststroke, same thing. Stastny, Karras, and Francis all taking 1, 2, and 3 as well. Lady Flames came out on top over JMU, but in the 200 breaststroke, they just said, hey, we got this. You don't even need to swim. It's okay. We're taking care of it.
Yeah, another great season underway, certainly, for that program. All right, from Warm, we go to Hot.
All right, Quentin Cooley's back. Against Kennesaw State, only 9 carries. Against Jacksonville State, much different story.
Eat it.
Yeah, 27 carries. The guy was just working hard, 134 yards, had a touchdown. In all my honest opinion, gutsy effort. Like, it wasn't the easiest night for him, no, because they like to stack the box. They have that weird front, right?
Yeah,
like it's
3-3-5 or whatever
exactly.
they run.
They're trying to squash the run, but he was battling through there, keeping those legs churning. I thought he had a great night overall, and again, I think it was like he put his heart on his sleeve that night and tried to carry his team to victory as best he could. The running game was pretty solid, all things considered.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it. Gutsy effort by him. And finally, Rhett, in Fuego. Who is in Fuego this week?
I think I'm going to have to start calling her in Fuego Engel, because she has just been absolutely terrific this season. 11 goals now in the year. None better, though, against Middle Tennessee. Late stages. It's in, like, the last 10 minutes of the game. It's all knotted up at 1, and she goes bar down. An absolute rocket top corner to give the Flames an eventual 2-1 victory. Again, she's second now in the conference in goals. She has been lights out this season. So much fun to watch.
And this team learning to win tight games late this year. Could that be a positive for them come conference tournament time? I think it could be. Rhett, great job as always. We appreciate it. All right, when we return, we get you caught up on the always intriguing Flames Fantasy League. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to the show. I wish we were out of time, but unfortunately, we have to show you the Flames fantasy standings.
Yeah, another game under our belts here, and another game for Joe Yock to continue to stretch his lead. 41 points on the week against Jacksonville State. Quentin Cooley leading the way. CJ Bazell with one of his better games. I did all right. Vaughn Blue got in the end zone.
Yes.
That helped me out. That hasn't happened a lot this year.
I mean, I'm almost 100 points behind Joe. I have got to get it together.
We're reaching the point where we're going to try to start pushing to combine our points and see if we can win that.
That's what you and Joe did last year.
Yeah, we may try that strategy again.
Oh, man, I still have hope. I still have hope. Hey, be sure to check out the Flame Central podcast powered by Alcoa Mortgage. It's some good stuff this past week.
And LibertyFlamesCentral.com is our website. One-stop shop to check out any stories you might have missed. For Emily, I'm Matt. Thanks for watching. See you next week.